Namaste and welcome beautiful people to the Thursday class. Lovely to see you all. So we are in lockdown and I don't know about you, but I've been trying to actually get some deep rest. So actually taking the opportunity of everything being closed to really close down myself as well and to really rest very deeply. It's such a gift, such an opportunity to be able to take the time. So I recommend taking some time to get some deep rest. So I thought that would inspire today's class. So what we'll do is we'll start with our progressive muscle relaxation. So you can start by laying on the floor. If you wanted to grab a blanket, a cushion, and if you have blocks, then your blocks as well. And those are the equipment that we'll require today. We'll use the pillow, the blanket, and the blocks. And if you don't have these, quickly go and grab them. Go and grab a blanket and a pillow from your bed or something. And we can use those, no worries at all. So if you're just laying down on your back, nice and flat, just allow the toes to point out 45 degrees. Once you're in position, laying in Shavasana, allow your toes to point out 45 degrees, which relaxes into the hips and relaxes into the lower back. And very gently, we're just going to move through the body, asking it to relax and release. And enjoy this beautiful acoustic guitar that we have playing. Bruce is playing for us today, which is very nice. So if you relax into, first of all, we send all of our awareness down to the feet and into the big toes. Relax into the big toes. Good. Second toe, third toe, fourth toes, fifth toes, big toe and all toes together. Relax into the sole of the foot, into the heel, into the ankle. Release and relax into the front of the foot, and soften and dissolve into the shin. Release and relax into the calf muscles, and then into the backs of the knees, the knee joint, the kneecap, all the tendons that support the knee. Soften and dissolve into the front of the thighs, into the inner thigh and the back of the thighs. Release and relax into the buttocks, into the hip joints, into the pelvis. Taking a nice deep inhalation, nice deep exhalation. Relaxing into the hips, down through the thighs, into the knees. From the knees down through the calf muscles, into the ankles. And from the ankles down through the soles of the feet, into the toes. So the bottom half of the body is completely released and relaxed. Gently bring your awareness to the abdomen, soft tissue, internal organs, and release and relax. Soften and dissolve. Moving your awareness into the lower ribs, into the mid-ribs, and gently into the sternum, into the upper ribs, and into the collarbones. Release and relax into the shoulders. Softening into the shoulders, the shoulder joints, into the tops of the arms, into the elbows. Release and relax into the forearms, to the ankle, to the wrist, and then from the wrist down through the thumbs into the palm of the hand. and then out to the fingertips. Moving your awareness to the back of the body, relax into the tailbone, moving up through each vertebra, release and relax each vertebra and the muscles supporting each vertebra, slowly moving through the sacroiliac joint, back of the pelvis, and slowly moving into the lower lumbar, into the mid-back. Soften and release all the ribs connecting to the back. Moving up to the upper back, release and relax into the shoulder blades, the muscles surrounding the shoulder blades. And release and relax into the back of the neck, going up to the base of the skull. Gently soften and dissolve into the base of the skull, into the scalp, into the temples, the forehead. Release and relax into the eyebrows, into the eyes, the skin around the eyes, into the cheekbones and the jaw. Release and relax into the lips, into the teeth. Relax the tongue, the roof of the mouth, down inside the throat, and bring your awareness to the heart center. Just release and relax at the heart chakra. Nice deep inhalation. Nice deep exhalation. Just allowing ourselves to take a moment to deeply rest here. Just watching the rise and fall of the belly. Beautiful. We can bring the breath in from the lower abdomen to the lower ribs, to the upper chest, and as we exhale, exhale from the upper chest, the lower ribs, and the abdomen is last. Breathing in abdomen, lower ribs, upper chest, exhaling upper chest, lower ribs, and then the abdomen. 3 more just like that in your own time, breathing into the abdomen, lower ribs, upper chest, exhaling upper chest, lower ribs, and the abdomen. 2 more in your own time, breathing in. Just trying to allow the breath to flow in to the 3 compartments for breath. And as you exhale, control the exhalation, making the inhale and the exhale even numbered. Sends a strong signal to the parasympathetic nervous system to rest and digest. Beautiful. If you'd like to, just wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretching out along the floor. Stretching your arms overhead, point down through the toes. And gently, gently turning onto your side. Resting on your side for a moment. And using your hands to push yourself up and coming into a nice child's posture. Child posture, knees nice and wide, toes together, hips back to the heels, and the arms are coming forward. And here I'm breathing into my back body mostly. I've got a nice open space for my abdomen and chest to be able to breathe deeply. But I often focus on breathing into the spine in this position, which feels really nice. So bring the breath from the tailbone up to the crown of the head, crown chakra, and on your exhale, breathing from the crown chakra back down to the tailbone. So just allowing the hips to really relax in this position. We're going to work into the hips a little bit today. Put some pressure into the hands to move the hips back to the heels. Beautiful. And we're just going to move our hands over to the right side, to this right knee, and bringing the hands together, dropping the head, neck and shoulders down. So I'm stretching into the left side of the upper body. Feel a nice opening through the left side under the armpit into the side chest. And just resting the head, neck and shoulders down. And we can just gently walk across to the other side. Over to the left side. Bring the right hand over. Put some pressure into the hands to push your hips back to the heels. Now breathing into this right side now, opening up the right side of the upper body. Beautiful, and gently coming back to center. I'm just going to switch myself through and bring my hands in front of my face and tuck my elbows underneath my shoulders. So just bringing the chest forward. So this is called the Sphinx Posture. Pointing the toes away, so completely relax. Make sure that you're laying onto the very fronts of the thighs, so the knees are pointing towards the earth. Press down through the elbows to lift the torso up, and then move the pelvis slightly forward, tucking the lower abdomen towards the spine. So you're not sinking into the spine like this, you're actually lifting the front of the abdomen back towards the spine to protect the back. Breathing into the heart chakra. Breathing in deeply into the heart space, pressing down through the elbows, keep lifting the ribs away from the top of the pelvis. Beautiful, and gently we're going to come down and bring our hands underneath the shoulder joints. And we're going to come a little bit deeper with this posture. So we can come to nice straight arms or bent arms, it's completely up to you. Straight arms is more intense. Again, keep bringing the pubic bone forward and tucking the lower abdomen back towards the spine to protect it. If you've got bent arms because your back is not quite warm enough, that's fine. A little bit stronger into the biceps. See if you can lift up a little bit and come to straight arms. Keep moving that pubic bone forward, lifting the lower abdomen back towards the spine. Beautiful. Gently, gently coming down. I'm going to move everything back into child's posture, stretching out. And again, breathing into the back of the body. Just taking a moment here. Beautiful, gently walking the fingertips up. So we're just going to come forward into Uttanasana and we're going to come into a hold. So I'm going to bring this right foot forward and I'm going to make sure that as I bend my knee, it doesn't come forward of my ankle. So if I can come nice and low with my hips here, then I might need to move my foot forward. Come back a little bit. And I'm going to grab a block, might even grab two, or a cushion or a blanket, something that can help you hold this position a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my foot a little bit out to the right. So I'm just going to step the top of my foot out to the right and the heel out to the right as well, and move my hand inside this right knee. I'm going to bring my arms onto this block and I'm going to come into a long hold. So again, making sure that your knee is not falling to the outside of the ankle, so don't just let the knee fall out. That's important. Bringing your elbows onto your block, and you'll get this really nice stretch into this right hip, obviously into the back of the thigh, and also into the front of the pelvis on the left side, and maybe even to the front of this left thigh as well. So we're just going to hold here for a few minutes and just breathe, taking time to rest. So try to relax, try to actually let go of any tension that you're holding. And just breathe. See if you can facilitate any release of tension by breathing into that area. And wherever you get to, if you decide that you're nice and open and you can come down, then please do. We're working into some fairly big muscle groups here, so don't be surprised if you feel quite tight. For those that would like to, you can actually bring your chest towards the floor, resting your head on your hands. You can feel that quite deeply into the right hip there now. Just take a moment just to deeply rest here. Beautiful. Gently, gently, when you're ready, placing both hands onto the floor, turn your back toes under, and if you can, step back with the right foot and press up into downward facing dog. It should feel like the right side is A bit more open in the left. Remember, this is a relaxation posture for the spine. A half inversion where the head is lower than the heart. So it's restful for the heart. Make sure the arms and the legs are doing all the work. Turning the tops of the arms away from the ears. Turning the tailbone up towards the heavens. Pressing down through the heels, or if your knees are bent, that's fine. And gently back to child's posture. Toes together, knees nice and wide, arms forward. Breathing into the back body. Just focusing on the breath. And when we're ready, coming to the other side. So stepping this left foot forward. I'm going to start with my blocks. So I'm just going to step my left foot. So I'm going to bring my left foot out. And I'm going to set up my alignment first. Then I'm going to step my left foot out to the left, ball of the foot goes out to the left, heel goes out to the left, and this left shoulder comes inside the left knee. And rest my elbows onto the blocks here now. And trying not to let the left knee fall out to the left, outside of the left ankle. Just try and keep control of that left leg, keeping the knee in line with the big toe. And just allowing gravity to help you here. Gravity is there to help you. Long holds are all about the use of gravity. So how can you actually allow gravity to help you open this front right hip? I can feel mine beginning to open right now. So I might change my blocks. If you can, bring in your elbows onto the floor. And if you can't, just stay exactly where you were, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to, bringing your forehead down. Trying to allow the chest to come towards the earth. Beginning to feel that into the left hip there now. You can feel that beginning to open. Good. Gently, gently. Bringing the hands to the floor. Bringing the left knee back. Turning the toes under and pressing up. Downward facing dog. Trying to extend this spine for as long as you possibly can. Trying to get the full length of the spine. And here again, we're using gravity. Let the head be nice and heavy and relaxed. And gently resting back in child's posture. You can bring your hands into your forehead this time if you prefer. Either two fists, if you feel like your hips are actually up here, then two fists. If the hips are back and you can relax right down, then just the backs of the hands under the forehead. And just taking a moment to deeply rest here. Nice wide open space for the breath to come into the upper body. The knees are nice and wide. Just focusing on bringing the breath in through the tailbone, up through the back and into the crown of the head. And exhaling from the crown of the head back down to the tailbone. Beautiful. Gently coming up. Okay, we're going to come into Raja Kapotanasana. So this is the pigeon posture, and we're just going to come into a nice relaxed variation of it. So very gently, I'm going to bring my hands forward, and I'm just going to slide this right knee towards the right hand. Then I'm going to bring my right foot over towards the left hand, and then I've got this opportunity to sit down. Now, if I'm tight, then I can always use a pillow underneath the right hip. So use it underneath the same hip as the knee that is forward. So right knee forward, right hip is supported. Okay, if you need it. Just pop a pillow underneath there, and we're just going to come down. Resting forward. So again, you'll feel this come right deeply into this right hip. So I'm trying to sit the right hip into the earth, not letting the hip sit up, but trying to press it back to the earth and allowing the chest to come forward and down. Just noticing the breath flowing past the nostrils. And trying to relax even deeper into this right hip, right buttocks. Deeply resting and relaxing into this right inner thigh, which might be speaking to you right now, or the back of the thigh. Deeply releasing and relaxing into the front of the thigh. Resting into the knee, the kneecap, the knee joint. Relaxing into the right. Beautiful. And just gently, we're going to pass this left arm, palm up, onto the floor, and just come into a opening for this right side. So gently, I'm going to reach my right hand around the back, and if you can, grab a hold of the right foot. If not, that's fine. Just feel it a little bit
bit deeper into that right hip here now. Opening up the right side from the lower ribs. Just moving them away a little bit from the top of the pelvis. If you wanted to, you could use a pillow here actually. Looks quite nice. And just allowing yourself to deeply rest, deeply relax this right hip. Just gently bringing this right arm all the way over and resting it on your cushion right beside the ear. Beautiful, and very gently bringing this right hand back, bringing it to the floor, using it to pull myself back up, and very gently coming back to the knees, coming back into a downward facing dog. Turn the toes under, inhale. On your exhalation, press the hips up and working with the chest, pressing these shoulder blades onto the back body, working with the chest to elongate the spine and provide this A-frame posture with some strength. Beautiful, and gently coming back down. Let's come to the other side. So I'm going to turn this direction so you'll still be able to see me. And I'm going to put my cushion onto the left side. So I'm going to bring my hands forward, slide this left knee towards the left hand, and bring this left foot towards the right hand. And then you've got some space to sit down. And if you need to, bring your cushion underneath your left hip this time. So supporting the same hip as the knee that is forward. And gently coming all the way down. So you might find that after a few moments, the hip becomes warmer and you can remove the cushion if you want to. And sit further down. Just deeply resting here. Releasing into this left hip, the left hip joint, the left buttocks. Releasing and relaxing into the left back of thigh. Releasing and relaxing into the inner thigh, into the front of the thigh on the left side. Melt and dissolve into the left knee, kneecap, knee joint. Releasing into the left calf muscles and shin. Into the left heel, instep, sole of the foot, relaxing into the toes. Nice deep inhalation in and nice deep inhale out. Good work. Very gently, we're just going to move this right hand palm up along the floor. I'm going to bring my cushion nice and close. I've got this space here for my shoulder. And then if I can, just bringing this left arm behind the back body and moving it over to touch that left foot. Trying to bring this left hip back to the ground, so always trying to ground through this left side, stretching into that left buttocks and the left hip. there now. And when you're ready, you can drape the arm over, right beside the ear, and just relaxing the hand down. Trying to press that left hip back into the ground. Just breathing into any tension. Beautiful, and gently release this left arm back down, bringing the hand to the floor, and press myself back up, and come into downward facing dog. Knees together, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and very gently turn the toes under. Inhale and exhale. Making the tailbone the very apex of this A shape that we're making. So trying to turn the tailbone up to the heavens to make it the highest point. Breathing in nice and deeply. And gently back to our knees. Now very gently, all I'm going to do here, I'm going to work into the hips a little bit more. So I'm just going to actually drop my right knee in behind my left knee and move my feet apart. So all I did there was move my right knee in behind my left and spread the feet. And very gently, I'm going to sit back down. Now if you want to, you can use a block here. So sitting down onto my block, I've got these feet nice and wide. Ideally the knees are actually in line with each other, and you're either sitting on a block or a pillow or something. Excellent. Beautiful, and you'll feel this very deeply into the hips. Let's just work the shoulders as well. Inhale, dropping the left elbow into the right elbow and bringing the hands back together. So bringing the left elbow into the right elbow and bringing the hands back together. Moving the shoulder blades away from the spine, stretching into the rhomboids. Breathing in deeply. gently, gently release and relax. Let's go the opposite direction. So just gently, I'm going to come forward and I'm going to bring my right knee beside my left knee. So, knees beside each other. This time I'm just going to bring my left knee in behind my right knee and part my feet. And if you're using a block or a cushion, just pop it back there to sit down. Excellent. So keeping this right hip, the right sit bone pressed into the floor. Feet are nice and wide. So this is called awkward pose, and it is. And just very gently bringing the right elbow into the left, bringing the hands back together, and then gently working the elbows up towards the face. Breathing in nice and deeply, trying to relax into the shoulders, allow the shoulder blades to move away from the spine, stretching the rhomboids, releasing any tension. And gently, gently release and relax. Beautiful. Just bringing the soles of the feet together. We can clasp our hands around the outside of the toes or bring your hands onto your ankles if it feels a bit more comfortable for you. I like to bring my hands to my toes because it helps me pop my elbows in front of my shins as I come forward. And this can be used as a point of leverage to actually move the chest forward. Get a nice deep inhalation, breathing in deeply. And on the exhale, bringing the heart to the toes, wherever you get to. Nice long back, so we're not curling the back in this position or this posture. This time we're bringing the heart to the toes, so you're extending forward, and wherever you can get to is completely fine. I'm really feeling it into that right side of the hip. A bit tight today. Breathing in deeply, allowing the breath to soften the body and the mind, becoming deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, releasing into the posture, releasing any tension through the breath. Beautiful, and gently, gently. Coming up, you can just move the feet a good 10 centimeters from the pelvis. So this is called the turtle posture. Nice and wide with the knees, a little bit more length from the heels to the pubic bone, and just gently we're going to come forward. And just relax here. Wherever you can get to is fine. If you're here, that's great. No worries. If you can, resting your forehead all the way down. And if you want to, you might want to use your pillow here. And just deeply rest. Just taking a moment here to soften deeply into these hip joints. So we've been working on them today, trying to open up the hips and the lower back. Trying to get more ease into the spine, more space between the ribs, more breath in and out of the body, more prana, more life force. So you should feel that your body is released and relaxed, but also light and energized. So released and relaxed, light and energized. I'm going to take 3 more breaths in here, breathing in deeply. Beautiful. And gently walking yourself up. Good. We're going to come into some final pranayama, and then we'll come into our shavasana. So I'm just going to use my cushion to sit on. Nice cross-legged position. Nice and comfortable. So just very gently bringing your awareness into the breath, breathing into the abdomen, lower ribs, upper chest, exhaling upper chest, lower ribs, abdomen. Breathing in abdomen, lower ribs, upper chest, exhale upper chest, lower ribs, abdomen. And again, breathing in. Beautiful. Breathing in, counting for 6. Exhaling for 6. Beautiful. Breathing in. Exhale. Beautiful. Breathing in for 6. Gently closing off the back of the throat to make an ocean sound. Closing your lips over that sound. Exhale, just closing the epiglottis. Kind of makes the sound of the sea. Breathing in for 6. Closing the back of the throat. Closing the lips, exhaling through the nostrils, making that kind of sound of waves. Breathing in. Closing the back of the throat. And you'll make a little sound, but you close your lips down over it, breathing in. Exhale, closing the back of the throat. It's called the Ujjayi breath. We're retaining some of the heat of the exhale inside the body. So we're still keeping the body nice and warm. We're going to cool down nice and slowly, breathing in. Close the back of the throat. Sound is so soothing. Breathing in deeply. Close the back of the throat. Beautiful. Breathing in deeply. Exhale. Closing the back of the throat. Breathing in. closing the back of the throat. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, close the back of the throat. Beautiful. Returning to natural breath, normal breath. Just allowing the breath to return to natural breath, normal breath. No constraints. No holding. No directing the breath. Just let it fall in and out of the nostrils. Feeling the touch of the breath along the upper lip. Coming to complete stillness. Stillness of mind. Stillness of body. Just focusing on the breath falling in and out of the nostrils. And very gently you can bring your hands to the heart chakra, just gently dropping the chin down to the base of the throat. And gently we'll finish there. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Speak to you later.